Hi, after many questions, I've been asked to do these undisguised now, so I don't give a shit. So it's undisguised. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and stuff. I hope you can fucking understand them now, because people are moaning.
So this is the answer to the question, are werewolves immortal? Werewolves are not immortal. No, that's not exactly true. The soul part of us, the posit bit, as we call it, that's immortal. That goes on forever. It's kind of part of the deal we had with the wolves when we first... Well, I wasn't there, but I got it explained to me when we first took their souls. When I read The Golden Compass, I kind of thought that Arthur knew something about posits. You know, he has like the soul creatures that the people in his universe have. The books are great. In his books, though, they were all different creatures. In our world, I only know of the wolfen ones. So posits, as far as I'm aware, are just wolfen souls. This posit thing's my werewolf bit, and it's kind of like an invisible ghost that can do things and travel around. It doesn't have to necessarily be with me. I can walk through walls and stuff. I've got telepathic links with him, and then when I want to be a werewolf or a wolf, I just absorb him into me and transform. And I'll talk about transforming in another story, but I'll just go into the detail of, you know, why that bit's immortal and stuff. Posits are like having a weird imaginary friend. You know, he makes noises with his face and stuff, but he talks telepathically. He's got no language or nothing, but I can sense what he thinks, and sometimes I can see what he sees. He can't read or nothing, but he can transfer thoughts into my brain and stuff. A posit taps into my brain, and he puts things into my mind. He sends me dreams, and he teaches me of a past. And he and me, we love to hunt, and he's trained me to hunt, and he's trained me the skills of the wolf, and he's trained me the skills of the werewolf, and I've learned to be enough of a man to be able to be a wolf. Each dream he'd send me was a story and a lesson that could be taken from that story, and he's an excellent teacher and stuff. So that part of me, that's immortal. My posit's main thing is he's my constant companion. He kind of taught me about life and the fact that humans, he doesn't know how to say H, humans hate us and how they're our prey. You know, he taught me that you're only worth killing and stuff, and that, you know, you're not really worth anything. So werewolves, we're not immortal. They live and die, but the posit stores our collective memories and follows the soul as it's reborn, and that's how it works. So if I do die, then he carries on, and he'll find someone else. He showed me my posit when I got together with him, which is a different story. You can go and see it. It's one of the interviews. He reintroduced me to the multiple pasts that I had, and he gave me back memories of what I'd done. I was a teen, and at first it was difficult to accept and stuff. It was a bit scary, and it seemed to be horrible what I'd done, but I got to like it. I really did get to like it, and it's made me be the superior being that I am. He told me of my origin. He told me that I was made in Russia. Well, we didn't know it was Russia until we met the tribe again, but that's another story. Posits are made because there'd been a pack of wolves and a pack of people both starving and both hunting each other one winter. It wasn't a good situation for either of them, so they were both going to die. So one evening, by the light of the full moon, yeah, that's where that full moon bullshit comes from, the shaman of the village, he took some of the mystical magic mushrooms. We now know them as fly agarics. You know, the poisonous ones that you have to put through an animal and drink their piss. Yeah, well, he took some of those, and he tried to get everyone in the village to have a mental sort of trip to find out what they were going to do. The only problem was that there was no reindeers left because we'd ate them all, or the wolves had ate them all. So what basically happened was we passed it through a wolf that they'd caught that night. So they fed the mushrooms to this crazy wolf, and then they siphoned off the piss. I don't know how they collected the piss. I didn't go into that much detail. And then they all drank it, and then, you know, through a sort of fucking, I don't know, Vulcan mind trip bollocky crap thing, they kind of worked out a way between them, the wolves, local wolves, and humans to become the werewolves, so that they could survive the winter. So they were basically sort of at the end of it, the wolves came down, the wolves were killed, and each wolf before it was killed picked a human, and then the human killed the wolf, and then did magical smeary things, eating heart and stuff, just to do all that magical shit. So smeared themselves in the blood. It didn't seem very fair, but that's why the wolf part of us is immortal, while the human is kind of under the control of the posit. So the posit, the soul part of us, is immortal. It just carries on, and it will always carry on. They're very controlling at times, but what they do is they kind of age you to a point where they feel comfy. So my posit's kind of aged me to about 45, and I've kind of been there ever since. Yeah, I bound to him on a full moon, and I mean, they can be independent if they want, but they're always looking for a human that sort of matches them, I thought it was a bad deal for the wolves, but apparently because the posits are immortal and stuff, it actually was a pretty good deal. I mean, it could be science, it could be magic, it could literally be bollocks, I'm not sure. The posits always move on when a person dies, or even if they get bored of that person. That sounds kind of weird, but if a human goes mad, or if they get boring, if the human doesn't do what the wolfie wants to do, then the wolf spirit can actually move on and leave you, and then you start aging again and you fucking die. Or in the unlikely situation where you die, then the posit can live on while you can't. I mean, it's pretty fucking difficult for you to die, to be honest. I mean, it actually takes a full separation of the head off the body, or to get your head completely smashed. I mean, it's actually really, really difficult to kill me. I've been shot, stabbed, blown up, had bits of me removed. It's all painful and shit, but honestly, you just regenerate so quickly. It's just crazy. And I think it's the posit that does that kind of stuff for you. I mean, yeah, it's great. Oh, and silver does nothing, alright? It really pisses me off. You get attacked by silver, so they stab this little silver knife in you, or they shoot you with silver bullets. I mean, it doesn't fucking kill you. I mean, it hurts, and I suppose if they stuffed enough silver in me, or stuffed the silver in my head, then maybe that'd kill me, but silver blades or bullets or anything, it's all bollocks. It doesn't do anything. So I suppose really the easy answer is that the human part of me can die. It can die as the werewolf form, it can die as the wolf form. If my head gets destroyed, my brain or my head chopped off, I suppose I'm like a fucking zombie or something, I don't know. Is it zombies that if they had their brains smashed, they die? Maybe that's where the soul spirit lives, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I'm not immortal as a human, but I'm part of a beast that is pretty much immortal. And the soul part of me, the part that wanders around like a ghost, the part of that just sits about and follows me around, well, he's immortal, and he can decide what the fuck he wants to do. So, simple answer, kind of immortal. Kind of.